What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and of course I got some new news for you. I was just thinking, of a great fantasy matchup between two guys that never went in the ring together, but, two heavyweights, man. One fighter by the name of Clifford the Black Rhino Etienne. From Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the guy was a force to be reckoned with, got out of prison fighting, and he fought his way down there to the top. He had a lot of success, in the ring. His career was he'd had some highlights, and he was a hard puncher. He was very devoted to his punching power. He had a rough and rugged style. He had the Philly shell defense, actually had the crab defense, kind of like the Joe Frazier. He had a great left hook, a good right hand. He worked the body really well. He loved to get in there and mix it up, and I would love to see him in there with a guy by the name of Ibearabuchi. This guy was a phenomenon. He probably would have been one of the greatest heavyweights known to man. He was a hard-hitting African. They call him the president, and he had a presidential punch. He could knock the hell out of you. He upset a lot of undefeated fighters, and in fact, he's an undefeated fighter himself. Despite his problems outside the ring, Ibearabuchi was the kind of guy that could shut out Chris Bird, knock him out, take out, David Toole, a guy that could hardly ever be, dropped or hurt. It was one of those things where this particular fight would be fought in a phone booth, and Ibearabuchi, he showed me in the Toole fight that he not only can he bang, but he can adapt to your style. He could get right with you. So, it's like a lot of times, a lot of guys want you to fight the way they want you to fight. And then they got you because that's how they've trained, right? But Ibearabuchi is one of these guys that's versatile, and he gets in there and really, not only will he fight your style, but he'll do it as better than you. He'll out-hustle you. So if your plan is to go in and inside and work the body, he's going to do that back just as good as you or better, And I would like to see these guys take place. However, their careers, they had problems out of the ring. And, Clifford, the Black Rhino Etienne, he's incarcerated right now. Ibearabuchi was recently released, I believe, of last year. But now he's like age 43, But his record was 20-0 with 15 by KO. And the guy was a force to be reckoned with. If you guys want to check out a good, solid heavyweight contender, that probably would have been one of the best fighters and one of the hardest hitting punchers in the heavyweight division. Look up Ibearabuchi, the president, on YouTube. He has some good stuff on YouTube. Likewise for Clifford the Black Rhino Etienne. These guys were, heavy punchers. Clifford, or should I say Cliff, the Black Rhino, he upset a lot of guys himself. He got in there with the best. He fought Mike Tyson, though he was knocked out seconds after the bell rung. He did what he did while he was doing it, But other than his defeats, he was first defeated by